What's going on, Minecraft fans? My name is Brady Joker and welcome to Minecraft 500 days. Yes, we went to 500 days instead of 400 days. And yeah, this video, sorry it took so long to get out, but I started high school, so that was a big deal. So yeah, sorry this video took so long to get out, but yeah, so please enjoy this video as we start on day 301. Yep, first thing I did immediately was replace the quartz bricks with this white stained glass, and I think it just looks way better now that you can see the water. Yeah, I then spent the rest of the day cleaning up the compound. You know, I mean, a lot of the first few days of this 200 days is going to be spent, tidying up the little imperfections that only I would notice. Yep, continue to clean up the land day 302. It's a pretty consistent, thing that I do. Day 303, I continued Operation Clear Land, as you can see. And if you're wondering why I have all this red wool, mind your own business. Killed some pillagers, started a raid, won the raid. And now I'm in the nether. I need to get full netherite tools. And hey, look at that, got some right here. By day 305, as you can see, I now have full netherite tools, except for my silk touch pickaxe, because I can't evolve it because I wanted a visual depiction of my fortune and silk touch. Day 306, I moved Grayson's Thorns villager into the villager breeder because he was kind of in the middle of the compound. Then on day 307, I tamed the cat that was in the villager's boat, and yeah, that's my, that's like my fourth, I think? All I did day 308 was farm. Yep, I literally have so much farmland, it takes this long. I then named my new cats. Dogs are still better than cats, and we won't talk about what happened to my old cat. No, I said we wouldn't talk about it. Day 310, Grayson finished his head, and you might be looking at that thinking that is the creepiest thing you've ever seen in your life, but he's adding the little eye holes on it. Yeah, and then I decided to put my red wool to good use. I was building this little spiral thingy, which you guys will see what it does later. Day 311, I took the time to make an auto furnace, because, I was gonna exploit these villagers for some emeralds. I then went to the desert and got a whole bunch of sand. For days 312 and 313, I was mining. Day 314, I found out that I couldn't put Thorns 3 on my boots. Ugh, it's okay. Where's the recording days 315, 316, and day 317, but guess what, on day 318, I got a cat. Also, for the next 6 days, the sound is going to be muted because me being the idiot accidentally left my microphone on, so you just hear me and Grayson talking for the next 6 days, so I had to mute it. Day 319, I discovered that my human slaves, my villagers, had babies. More villagers to go. And also, I didn't record this, but this is what I'm doing with kind of all the red wool and why I went to the desert. This is going to be called Sky City. I then placed glass the entire day, all through the day and night. And literally all I did day 321 was place glass. I really liked this project, and you guys will see it expand way more later in this 100 days. Yeah, and then I was just farming away when all of a sudden my parrot that I tamed in 300 days that you guys didn't saw just randomly showed up. He didn't follow me home, and now all of a sudden, a bunch of days later, he finally came to me. That's kind of funny. Then I finally got him to sit down and we listened to some music together. Morning of day 323, I was trying to get this zombie villager trapped in here, and as you can see right here, oh yeah, I got him, baby. And no, I didn't. I had to hit him a few times to cooperate, but there we go. I got him. And as you can see, I got him in there, and he's a farmer because I want to get those M's, baby. Day 324 was literally just spent trying to upgrade him all the way to master, and as you can see, he's already a journeyman, whatever that is, and he can sell one pumpkin or one melon for 1 emerald, as you can see. And now you can hear my mistake of now realizing that I left my microphone on. And the nether. Oh no! Oh my god!
What?
I just realized my microphone has been on this whole time. Oh my god. No, how am I gonna do that? Yeah, I'm kind of dumb, but what did I need to go to the nether for? I needed quartz because I'm building an auto melon farm. Yep. And by day 327, I was already 2 stories up, as you can see. And then I was able to accomplish the healing power, or healing axolotl achievement, as you can see. It took me a couple tries. This is the last attempt that you're seeing of me actually getting it done, but yeah, I finally got it. Put more levels on the watermelon farm, day 328. Was shoveling sand, day 329, for some glass. Day 330, I saw that Grayson got a parrot, and I definitely did not threaten its life whatsoever. Morning to day 331, I was adding more layers on the melon farm. Yep, I'm making this thing tall. But then that night, Grayson did something really stupid. Grayson broke my powdered snow using fire. He wanted to test a theory where if he set himself on fire and then went in the powdered snow, if it would set him out. And if you don't know what happens, it broke the block. And yeah, it was really bad. I tried to forget about that, absolutely horrendous act by increasing the watermelon farm. Also, just in case you're wondering how many emeralds I have, there you go. I have a lot. Did absolutely nothing day 333 except killed mobs all night. Yay. Day 334 was spent with nothing but profits. Oh yeah. The next day I worked a little bit more on Sky City. As you can see, it's really coming together with how huge this thing's gonna be. I also very distinctly remember this area of this little video. I was just wandering away. Grayson was being like, wee, wee, wee. He was saying that constantly, but then when he jumped off, he said, wee. And then he still died. And it was really funny. Day 336, I said hi to the Flying Menace, and then went to the end to get some shulkers, as you can see. I really need some shulker boxes. But hey, look at that, day 337, got another one, and it has a ship this time. Sweet! I conquered the end city, leaving with 21 shulker shells. And all it was profits, day 338, just didn't stop coming. Day 339, I got a new cat, and yeah, no, we won't talk about what happened to that cat. I also started to trade with this new cartographer, and I think he's going to eventually just become super profitable in terms of getting so many emeralds. Profits! Day 341, I started renovation of the treasure room. Wanted to make it more treasury. I need to do something with all these emeralds. Finish at day 342, and ooh, doesn't it just look so pretty? I was then finally able to put Thorns 2 on my boots, because Thorns 3 is too expensive, and yeah, look at those boots. Ooh! Ran out of glass, so I'm back in the desert, erasing the sand. Day 344 was spent making money, as you can see. It just doesn't stop with the cartographer. He's selling me 8 paints for 1 emerald now, which is insanely good. That night, I was then able to make a Wither Skull banner design, because I'm stupid like that. Let me just get rid of this trash real quick and put this up. Oh god, that looks bougie. Yeah, you probably should have expected what was going to happen day 345. Yeah, same old, sell glass panes, make profits. You guys know the story by now. Yeah, at this point I'm convinced, because on day 347 I just continued to make emeralds. I then repaired my bow. It costed 33 levels, and it'll be the last time I'm able to do it. I also put mending on. Yup, I really did this. Nice. Hush now, you are in the arms of the Joker. I then went to the Nether to try to get some Wither Skulls and got nothing. Day 350, it was finally time to put the good old wooden box to rest. I was redoing the villager breeder, and by night it was already starting to come together. Day 351, I found out you can put these little tree thingies in the flower pots, and it looks way better. Then while they were sleeping, I was redoing the floor because it was originally dirt. And with the placing of the last few blocks, the floor is done. It looks way better. Started doing the roof, day 352. I was also able to trap a zombie villager. And by the next morning, he became a normal villager. I then found out that this guy sold pumpkins and melons for only 1 emerald apiece. And with those last finishing touches, the roof of the building is finally done. I then added a staircase, because now there's 2 stories, which is going to help improve life. But then on day 355, I found that Mending Manny had despawned. Or he disappeared, or he got killed. I don't really know what happened. All I know is that I was really sad because he was a great villager. And then a couple skeleton horse, spawned, and I wanted one, so I accidentally killed one. But don't worry, I get one. I then knew exactly what to name him. Yeah, I went back to shovel day 356. Then on day 357, I added more layers to the pumpkin farm. Melon farm, pumpkin farm, same thing. Day 358, Grayson then decided to attempt the Furious Cocktail achievement, and he got pretty far. As you can see, he got the invisibility, he's got the poison, he's going for it, and yeah, no, when he was supposed to get it, he unfortunately also made the same mistake as me and didn't get it, because he forgot slowness. Back to making profits, Day 359. Grayson then attempted the Furious Cocktail achievement again, and let's just say he was victorious! I then went to the Nether to try to get a Wither Skull, and let's just say I was very happy when I found one. You'll see why later. Day 360 was spent putting more layers on the auto pumpkin and melon farm. But then on day 361, I noticed it was broken. As you can see, a piston is extended and a melon isn't broken. I gotta fix this. I then spent an embarrassingly amount of time trying to figure out what was wrong. Also, I forgot to mention, but Sky City is done. At least the glass panel part, for now. I then saw the farm was still broken, so I gave up, for now. I then found a new cat. Say goodbye to the Prismarine bricks, y'all, because I am bougie. And now I'm fixing the auto farm. I'm tearing down the last few levels and then rebuilding them. And there we go, that night I think I fixed it. At least I think I did. But aha, did you forget? It's day 365, which means 1 year played in Minecraft. We made our monument on top of Sky City. We put a Wither Skull on top of a diamond block. But no monument is complete without a sign telling you what it was made for. And then on the same day, I hit level 50 for the first time in any Minecraft world without killing the Ender Dragon. Nothing but profits, day 366. Then on day 367, I was finally able to rename one of my tools, and I named my Silk Touch pickaxe Tom. Then on day 368, I finally made my emeralds. It's placed in the storage room. It finally took this long. Then on day 369, I got a bunch of pink and light blue concrete. As you can see, it's for an upcoming project. Started it on day 370, but I have no idea how scaffolding works. I don't like it. Finally finished it on night 371, and it looks great. Then on day 372, I added this little entrance gate. And then I added red carpet to make it feel like the actual red carpet, like it's grand, and I like it. On day 373, I added lanterns, because lanterns look pretty. And then finally on day 374, I finally started to put something in Sky City other than a sign. Yeah, but then something happened. I was flying down to get more materials, or to do something, I don't really know what I was trying to do. And I was coming down too hard, and I died. And that was really upsetting. Then on day 375, went out looking for obsidian, came back with diamonds. Psych, I lied. I actually got a stack and a half of obsidian on day 376. Actually, I ended up coming out on day 378, which means I was down in the mines for 3 days. Then on day 179, I started a raid. And that same day, we won the raid, and I don't know why the evokers still haven't spawned. Then on day 380, I made an auto trash system where anything I put in this chest gets thrown into lava. Yeah, I guess I haven't even told you guys what I'm doing with Sky City. My goal is pretty simple. I want to build 4 realms in Sky City. The first one being the Nether, the others being the End, an ocean area, and a cave area. But obviously that was going to take a long time. Ran out of netherrack, so I'm in the Nether getting some. Yep, trying to find my way home, and I found some netherite. And hey, also got 2 more pieces, that's cool. I then came home to find out that my lava from my trash area burned my floor. That's bad. Yeah, but I'm right back in the Nether day 384. I need stuff for the inside. Then on day 385, I watched Grayson attempt the Arbalistic challenge where you have to kill 5 animals with 1 shot. And I actually did this achievement. You can see it. I just deleted it in the 3 days that I didn't record. Then on day 386, I fixed up my flooring. It didn't take too long. I then added the lava lake for my Nether area. I then trapped a zombie villager. He's gonna be a farmer. And by the next day, he was a farmer that I named PB Livin'. Also, here's how the Nether area is looking. As you can see, I got a fortress and a start on the Crimson area. Sand! Smelting! Glass! Nothing but profits, day 390, just traded with PB Livin'. And then on day 391, I breeded some Striders. Why? Because I felt like it. And then I started a new project on day 392. It's gonna take the rest of the 100 days. The only problem is that I was building this piston door, and I'm absolute garbage at redstone, so this took a long time. I finally eventually got it to work, and as you can see, it works perfectly. Then I started to decorate it day 394. Oh yeah, this floor is gonna look real nice. Continued to decorate into 395. Was putting in the last finishing touches on day 396. It's starting to look good. And finally on day 397 it was complete. Or at least the hallway was. I realize I haven't even told you guys what this area is for, and I'm putting all of the villagers, or the farmer villagers, down in this little pit. And on day 398, I got the first villager in. Look at that. Go, villager, go! And by the end of the day, I got my third villager in. Welcome, villager. You'll be trapped here for all of eternity. And finally, I got the last villager in. This one is Grayson's, aka Uber Eats. And look at that, day 400. I have nothing planned. Well, I guess I can add a gate. That's kind of useful. Then on day 401, I made a lot of profits. Like, a lot of profits. I then went mining and found some diamonds. Cool beans! And then I was able to find the last piece of ore I needed for my ore wall. Oh yeah, let's go, baby. Finish the ore wall. Again. I also decided to work on the warped section. As you can see, this is the next section of the nether area I'm doing. And that night I was finally able to finish the entire nether area. I'm really proud of it. And then I went for a good old classic wood chopping session on day 403. Later that night then, Grayson changed his skin to look like this. And then we started a raid day 404. We're hoping for a evoker. And look, an evoker spawned! And we sploosh. And then on day 406, we were trying to get this Hoglin to go through the portal so we could get a Zoglin, because it's the only mob I need left in the Monsters Hunted achievement. And finally, we were able to get it. But oh man, it was so satisfying to get the Monsters Hunted advancement, which, if you don't know, is the advancement to kill every single hostile mob in the game. And don't worry, Grayson also was able to kill it, but he still has a few more mobs to go. I was also able to breed the Hoglins to get more on the 2x2 advancement. As you can see, I got the baby. Still in the nether day 408, I was looking for some netherite. Day 409, I was then able to change Tom into a netherite pickaxe. Day 410, I'm back in the mines. And then on day 411, the powdered snow had once again filled. And once again, I have every block in survival Minecraft. And then on day 412, I went on a little bit of an adventure. I'm looking for a god apple for Grayson. I also found a coral biome that was relatively closer than the other one because I need it for the ocean area in Sky City. And then the next morning I found another coral biome right next to another mushroom biome, guys. I don't know how rare this is, but this is incredibly rare. And this is the first of many, many desert temples I loot in this adventure, and yet I never found a god apple. Yep, another desert temple. Don't get it though. And then while I was flying home on day 414, I found a naturally generated pink sheep which has a less than 1% chance of spawning. Cool beans. It honestly didn't take too long to make it home. It was right next to the swamp. He was one pinky boy, so that's why I named him One Pinky Boy. And then on day 415, I collected black wool for the end area. Block collection continued on day 416. I was getting endstone this time. Yep, today's a big day. I'm getting rid of the redstone and copper, tunnel. You know, I might be crazy, but I think emeralds and diamonds look a little bit better. I forgot to mention this, but I breeded my axolotl, so now I have an extra axolotl, but in trying to kill it, I accidentally killed Bubbles Boy. And I've never wanted to quit this game more in my life. Never mind that, day 418, I started the end area in Sky City. And then that night I replaced the iron beacon with emerald. It looks way more bougie now. And then on day 419 I started a construction that would be very important. It's going to be a funny day 420 house where me and Grayson are going to spend. And you know what, for coming up with a design on the spot, I don't think it's half as bad. Oh yeah, now it's a party. Oh yeah, and you gotta believe Grayson hit that too. Ooh. What does that even say? I can't read. And then day 421 was spent making a pathway up to the 420 funny house. And by day 422, a new pathway was constructed. And then on day 423, I went netherite mining and I used some explosive TNT. And by day 424, I had 2 netherite ingots. Day 425, there were a lot of profits. Day 426 doesn't exist. You know, I don't know why. And by day 427, I had a new cured zombie villager. It didn't even take too long before I finally got another mending villager. But that's not all though, he also sells me sharpness 4. And then the next day I was finally able to put sharpness 5 on my god tier sword. And then also the next day I was able to put sharpness 5 on my axe. And now I'm in the end on day 430 building an enderman farm. Yeah, I saw a video by Shulkercraft, and it's a really good tutorial and I'll leave it down in the description. Yeah, building an enderman farm was very tedious and scary, but I eventually got it done. And the endermite was easily the worst part because the thing wouldn't spawn. But finally, I got him in and, okay, it's day 433 and I wasn't recording when I finished. So now it's done and I wasn't recording. I also might have died and lost my netherite sword and my netherite helmet. So that was a thing. But then the next day I got a new sweeping edge diamond sword, and as you can see, the farm works flawlessly. Ugh. And by the time I was leaving, I had 70 levels. And day 435, I was down in the nether looking for some netherite. And yes, I was down there for 3 days. I mean, now it's day 437. Yep, back at the Enderman farm, day 438, need those levels. And by day 439, I finally hit the legendary level 100. As you can see, level 100. And yeah, this is the first time I've ever done this.
Magic Johnson.
And then I almost immediately spent my levels trying to get a new helmet. And then not too long after, I was able to make a new perfect helmet and make it netherite. Yeah, and then I hit the mines day 440, you know how it is. And then I'm back in the nether day 441. I have a very chaotic life like that. And then the next day I had the biggest poop my pants moment I've had yet. So I'm in a bastion really far away. I have these piglin brutes, and this guy is doing a lot of damage. And then this dude comes up, I run away, I take damage from there. This dude gets me down really low, and then I build out and I run to safety. Yeah, I was pooping my pants really badly at this point. I then made a random nether portal to get out of there, and I went through. And then when I got out, I found a witch's hut and tamed a new cat. And then that night I found another naturally generated pink sheep, which I swiftly killed. Then day 444, I was looting desert temples, but none of them had god apples. Still flying around the desert day 445, and still no god apple. Yep, day 446, we're still dry with that god apple, as you can see. Nothing. And then finally, that night I made it home. Yeah, back in the Enderman farm day 447. And then that day I renamed the pink wool that I got on my adventure, and I named it the notable pink, the pink sheep. Yeah. And then the next day it sat very comfortably in a treasure room. I then worked on the end area in Sky City. And hey, look at that, that night I was able to finish the entire ceiling and wall. And then day 449 I started a new project in Sky City. Well, kind of, I'm adding signs. And by the next day I had finished the nether sign, and I think it just adds something that wasn't there before. Well, still gotta do the end sign, but now that I'm a YouTuber I can just snap all of that away. Also, this whole time, Grayson's been building this creeper farm. And then day 451, I start my favorite build that I've built in between 400 days and 500 days. But I had to put that on hold because I got a new villager. And then day 454, I continued my favorite build. If you haven't figured it out by now, I'm building a pink sheep home for my pink sheep. And then that night, I started to build a crown. And there it was, but I don't know, that yellow concrete just doesn't do right for me. Yeah, no, I think an all gold crown looks way better. Also, shout out Grayson for helping me with that gold. And finally that night, one pinky boy entered his new home. And then the next day, Grayson started on a new project, being this little observatory area in the sky. And, you know, because I built a home for the pink sheep, I might as well build a home for my horses, so that's what I'm doing now. Yeah, it's time to do the roof day 458. And by night, I got my skeleton horse in on the second story. And now it's day 460. Day 459 was lost. I was mining some obsidian, until I wasn't. Yeah, this was a bit of a rough one. You might not want to look if you're sensitive to death. Don't worry though, I brought a fire resistance potion. I was thankfully able to receive all of my netherite stuff, but my elytra was gone, my shulker box full of rockets was gone, my shulker box full of coral blocks were gone. So yeah, this was a fun day, for sure. But don't worry, it only gets worse. Look at that, it didn't even take too long to get my elytra back. And hey, look at that. That night I even got a new zombie villager. See, when bad things happen, you gotta look at the positive things, you know? Not everything is bad, and you know, it's just good to know that things don't get worse. Until they do. And then the next day I went to the Enderman farm because I needed levels. I don't know why, but I wanted levels. And now it's day 464. I'm looking for an end ship. And look at that! My demise! Yeah, I think I'll just let you watch this one. Man, I haven't used diamonds in like hundreds of days. This feels weird. Yep, say goodbye to the diamonds and say hello to the gold. Yeah, remember that villager that I cured before I died and lost all my stuff? Well, I'm trying to get this guy efficiency. And finally, the next day, I finally got him to sell me efficiency 5. Day 467, Grayson was almost done with his observatory tower. As you can see, it's pretty grand. I then checked on one Pinky boy. He's doing great. And now I'm back at the end, even though I'm scared. And by day 469, I was back in level 100. And I blew all of them away pretty much instantly trying to get the perfect tools again. Day 471 was profits the whole way through. And now I'm back in the end. Again, I need levels. And then I immediately blew the levels again, but I got a really good helmet. Day 474, I started another highway to the mushroom and coral biome that are right next to each other that I found earlier in this 100 days. And by day 476, I was fairly sure I was here, so let's see what happens. And... hooray! I'm in the mushroom biome, and the coral biome's right there. Day 477 was spent re-getting all the coral blocks I needed. And yep, you guessed it, day 477, I'm back at the Enderman farm. And now I'm in the desert on day 478. I'm getting loads of glass, or sand that I'm going to turn into glass. And by day 479, I was filling up my auto furnace completely because I brought a lot of sand. And see, this just makes me mad. I was down in the nether, and I couldn't jump on this block, and the piglins killed me because the game wouldn't let me jump on the block, and I don't know why. Don't worry, I got my stuff back. This was just a very difficult 20 days. Day 481, I cut down trees. I don't know why, I just did. And now it's day 483. Reason is because I gave my friends a tour and didn't record the whole of day 482 and the rest of 481. Back in an end city, day 484. I was scared the entire time, but I need these blocks. Day 485 was then spent mining obsidian. And hey, look at that. That night I was able to place down the end crystal. Day 486, I then started on the end city. Oh yeah, the end city's coming along nicely. And then on day 487, I had finished the end area. I mean, it's not as good as the nether area, but that's just because there's not a lot of stuff in the end, and I also ran out of room. And that night, I was also able to get a whole new cured zombie villager. Yep, and then I turned him into a cartographer. Grayson then built this little hut called the Pain Hut, or Pain House, or Shack, I'm not really sure. And it basically just showcases me and Grayson's fears, like he's scared of the nether, I'm scared of the end. Day 489, I then started on the ocean area. Ooh. Day 490, I'm down in the nether looking for some netherite. And by day 493, I had 12 pieces of ancient debris. And there, doesn't that look much better? And then the next day, I went mob hunting because I had nothing else to do. Day 495, I completely finished the walls of the ocean area. Now I just gotta fill the whole thing with water. I then went to the nether to get some gravel on day 496, which I then put to good use on day 497 and the flooring. Yeah, and then that night I started working on the water area. This was gonna take a while. Yeah, I just want to let you guys know that this is one of the most tedious things I think I've ever done in this world yet. Yep, I just love placing water repeatedly, not knowing what to do, because this is probably one of the most unfun experiences of my life, trying to figure out how this works. And finally, I finished it on the sunrise of day 499. I then spent the rest of the day naming a few of my tools, like my bow. I named my bow Cupid, because I didn't know what else to name it. Oh yeah, but then the elytra, I came up with the perfect name. The portable airplane, baby. But here we are. the sunrise of day 500. So I just want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys made it this far, make sure to leave a like. And I just want to warn you guys, next video will be 1,000 days. So that is going to take a large amount of time. So don't expect it to happen soon. I also want to shout out Grayson for sticking this whole series out with me. I will leave his channel link in the description below. And I just want to thank you guys one more time for watching. Goodbye.